7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
And we're just gonna get things going. And oh, India Island is not working. Give it a second. There we go. How are you guys all doing? Hopefully my chat is working and not being terrible. Okay. Oh, I just realized I was on Discord. Why are some of these different? Worcester 0401. Yeah, so these are not even the same testers in the design. Hey, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Yeah, let's do link. It doesn't move. Weird.
We could all benefit from a little bit more perspective.
What do you mean?
Under the stars, everyone feels small. Keeps the ego in check, makes you feel human. And all those stupid, insignificant problems that we stress out about on a daily basis just really don't seem to matter at all anymore.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That collection is not locked. Why can't I link these in? Yeah, why is it sticking it at the origin? Only at the origin. Right? Cannot edit this property from a linked data block. What? I've always linked them. How's it going, Fennec? Yeah, I've always linked them in. Yeah, like this one can be linked in fine as an instance. What's wrong with this one? Hey, Hexic Dev. Yeah, it doesn't want to open. Yeah, so like this has definitely changed since. Let's apply rotation. Cluster 4 collection, chip components, all themes fine. Scales applied.
Se você disser que eu desafino amor, saiba que isso em mim provoca imensa dor. Só privilegiados têm ouvido igual.
Yes, we'll give it a subdivision we can turn off. We just want to have a low poly version.
Apenas o que Deus me deu. Se você insiste em classificar meu comportamento diante musical, eu mesmo mentindo devo argumentar que isso é bossa nova, isso é muito natural. O que você não sabe nem sequer pressente é que os desafinados também têm um coração. Fotografei você na minha Rolleiflex, revelou-se a sua enorme ingratidão. Só não poderá falar assim do meu amor. Ele é o maior que você pode encontrar, viu? Você com sua música esqueceu o principal. É que no peito tão desafinado, no fundo do peito bate calado.
I should probably move those into their own folder actually.
Também bate um coração. Se você disser que eu desafino amor, saiba que isso em mim provoca imensa dor. Só privilegiados têm ouvido igual ao seu. Eu mesmo só possuo o que Deus me deu. Se você insiste em classificar meu comportamento diante musical, eu mesmo mentindo devo argumentar que isso é bossa nova, isso é muito natural. O que você não sabe nem sequer pressente é que os desafinados também têm um coração. Fotografei você na minha Rolleiflex, revelou-se a sua enorme ingratidão. Só não poderá falar assim do meu amor. Ele bate calado.
Yeah, that's better, but I don't understand why I can't edit them.
Também bate
Why is this linked version not movable in the sense of just moving it around, not necessarily editing it? I can't move the location. There we go, that's better. Thruster 4. Thruster 4. Yeah, I don't know why linking that's being a pain. Never been a problem before. I think I'm going to organize this library. Yeah, there is thrusters here. Thruster 2 is in the right folder, that's weird. I don't know, we'll just organize it. Thrusters, new folder. Thruster 4. There. Right. Okay, so that should be fine. Follow link person should be link. Use data. And reset. Transport shift. Don't say it. No, why? Why is it going to the middle? It's like it is the right one. Only are linked objects. Make sure they're local. Make sure the relationships are local. Choose all. To make sure that it's fully local. It'll create a local copy that you can move and scale and edit. Alternatively, you can choose an object. Make just the object. Make the object real. Check for parent objects. I don't think there's any parent objects. Yeah, is this from somewhere else? Oh, maybe it is, yeah. Okay. Okay, that's good. Nope. Why you do this? This is a Mungalo question. Where's Mungalo when you need him? But yeah, wherever I put it, might be moved. I understand. I could depend. Bring an instance of it in, but I should just be able to link it. I'm gonna check this one. Thruster 2, Thruster 2. Mark as an asset. This is fine. Go mission. Mission strand. Header subdev. One on render. Fixer. Bungalow. Random question. I had one random prefab here. I literally just summoned you. I was like, and it all seems to be all fine. It's set as a asset, and it's updated. It's not from anywhere else, but when I try to link it, it won't let me move it. It's weird. Right, so if I go back to my transport ship, right, anything else I can set it to link. I can like bring in a seat wherever I drop it, it works fine. These thrusters, I bring in the thrusters and they just completely freak out. You know, like I can link these, no problem, bring in the thrusters, and they stick in the middle. They can't be moved. I'm just hitting G, nothing is happening. Like what? And then when I go to, let me just update this small one real quick. I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of Blender this week. Enough to probably live in art, but I gotta pick some of the skeleton stuff. It's locked in position. Yeah, it's at the origin, and all of this this here gets grayed out when I do it. But just give me a second to set up these material colors real quick. Right side menu. Tools, uncheck origins only. Oh, on the main asset? Oh, hang on. It was in the in the main blend file. Oh, maybe it actually remembers that. Not the properties though. Where so like when I link something, say I take thruster 4 and we're just bringing it in here. You found it, right? Like check, I just want it to link. I drag it in and it can't be moved. And it says here, disabled. You can edit this property from the link data block. Now I don't know how laggy my stream is, but like, see this? So in ship component 4.blend disabled, can't edit this property from the link data block. So like, how do I? What makes this? Just add library override. Reset. Good train, keep it go work. How's it going, Cloudy Rest? Welcome, welcome. Or should I just clear it and reset it again? Selected end content. Hey, Fixius. Alright, I'm gonna try that. Now it works. No, it doesn't. Library override allows the burn file local override transform, like tweaking a prefab in Unity. Yeah, but why is it off? Like in everything I've ever made so far, I've been able to bring it in linked and been able to move it around. Oh my god, that burger's big. That's the only thing I've seen so far on link that I haven't been able to move. So what's the what is the behavior that's causing it? What do I need to do on thruster 4 to make it movable? Normal American sized burger. Is it something instancing? Don't know exactly. Should I just clear it and remake it? It is unique. How do I know? I mean, I right-clicked it. As in the object is unique? I mean, it should be. It's not from anywhere else. Like this is the file. The mesh data block is unique only as user. The mesh data block. I mean, it's thruster.mesh. The mesh data block is unique, only has that user. How would I check? It's not a fake user. Right side is cut off a little bit. You know. Oh, it's because my mug is kind of stopping it. But it says mesh name that it has more than one user. It has number. It just says it's just called mesh4.mesh. I don't see a number. Clear single asset, delete all asset metadata, turn the asset data block into a normal data block. Oh, that just clears it. See that fake user flag? On the mesh right here, yeah. There's no number to the left of it. It's just called thruster4 by name, but there isn't another one. So it is single user. It seems like it. I just cleared it as an asset and remarked it as an asset again. And now it works. Why? Right, that's random. So this one's like the same thing. Totally messed up. So, yeah, I don't know what I did it. So I'm going to do the same thing here again in mesh data properties. Let me change this back to view layers. So thruster 2. Wait a second. The mesh. Oh, the object was being added to the collection. Sorry, so the object was added to the collection and not the collection. The what would you call it? Whatever the orange, the thing that contains the mesh was being marked as an asset, but not the collection itself. Okay. The object. Okay. Okay, and that works for both of them. So both thruster types are working. Collection object, mesh data block. Gotcha. Yeah, so it was the object that was being marked as an asset on the thruster 2. We're trying to go into the design of the ship itself and redo, like kind of relink everything and just go through and reorganize it. So for ship design, these are all the actual like the full version of the ship from the individual, collections. I'm just remaking it out of Godot, just so I can actually like design, just go through it all and kind of see like what I want to do for the underside and add in the details. Did you see there's an announcement posted on the Discord, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna try, but November the 1st we'd have to have a video of the project in, and I want to try to do it. I really do. I really want to make it right here, submissions. on the community showcase. All right, submissions open for Godot 2024 show reel. So submit on the website. I checked the guidelines. Right, so your video should be short, from 1 to 3 minutes. So I'd love to do, and I don't want to go any more than 1 minute. Like I just want 1 minute of just like boom, 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 boom. Sent you a clip what you did today. Cool, I'll take a look. So like, I got a wish list, but yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make it, but I'm gonna try. I keep working on it. Oh, this is awesome. You doing it in space gives me Unreal vibes. Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? The projectiles are actually affected by the gravity spheres? That's super cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love the, you know, it's well, like these emissions are nice. Like really nice. Yeah, I like this. How are you curving the influence? All the spheres have gravity point like for G. Oh, okay, cool. And are they doing like a gravity override 2 point? And it's just like a rigid body projectile? That's awesome. No, why this is chattering on the screen's so weird. So the first time I spawn in the player, gotta launch it like a cannon. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so these, I don't even know what these are linked to, you know? And why they have a weird, well, I keep doing that, stop it. Action. Projectile is a rigid body, so that is dealt with through a physics engine with Area 3D gravity. I gotcha. Thanks for the follow, General Flower. Each gravity area is just a register. Just to register their delta force as an outside force on the player on the next update that it takes. Alright, so this is BRD, T4 BRD. And the player is a rigid body, but I run it fully manual. Cool. Seeing how we can swap all these out with that specific. Yeah, I wonder now that we have it, we have one linked. I wonder if we could just go into our collections now and change our collection instance. Wait, what? Why is it linking it from the blend 01? What? Yeah, it is getting it from the blend 001 file. Why? It's not though. It's thruster4.blend. What? I don't even care about the .1 file. I wonder why the linking comes up as the .1. I mean, it's just the backup. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, the source looks normal. Didn't you have like 23 thruster assets in the library? What do you mean? 23 thruster assets in the library? What, 23, how did you know that? Emit 2? Yeah, I linked in a new one. The other one's from a collection that I want to get rid of. I just wonder why they're, Oh, yeah, I do have 2 in the library itself. Ship components, there's one linked. Yeah, like all of these are linking in from the other files. I wonder, like, once I have one, it's behind my head, not helping me. Wait, it didn't say what? Don't say. How many? Wait, hang on. I might have just had an older version of that open. Might have overridden it. Like an idiot. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so that's thruster 4 from the blend file. I just want to start swapping these out with that with the other collection instance. Yeah, I wonder why in the collection instance though it comes in as being in the .blend.001 file. You probably do it all in one go. Like that's weird to me that like it's showing the blend file reference that it shows that it's in is the .001. Select the all by linked collection. Oh, so let's do these. How do I do that? It'd be by their collection right now. Select linked. And then instance collection. Okay. I was able to change one of them. I was able to change the active one. Now in the object panel, hold Alt and change the collection. Nope. Control. Then link from active to selected. How do I do that?
Maybe you're in Australia, maybe even on the coast, disguised in regalia, and making the most of the
Mm-hmm. If that doesn't work, then link in the object menu, link. Okay, so in the object menu, collection, link to a collection. Nope. Object menu, link and transfer data. Where's collection? Link to collection, move to collection. Link and transfer. I don't see a transfer. Oh yeah, link and transfer data. Under link transfer data collection instance. Link objects the same. Link instance collections. Is this it? Link instance collections. Transfer data from an active object to the selected object. Yep, that looks like it worked. I didn't change the visibility of some of these, but
I got a lot of pride, but I got no ego. I lost it when I took shrooms about a week ago. Now I cry over something intangible. I lost
okay.
crazy thinking about the collateral it cost.
Because ideally I want to delete those original collections from the file.
It happened twice, but you're still not done thrice. How many times till I get out of my head? This labyrinth's a trap, but so's everything else. Ariel is my god and she is now dead, right?
Most things can be copied from active to selected when you do it right.
Distancing every time the cell's transient, a blur. Listening to my rhyme is poison, it's no cure. Breakdown,
Yeah, 'cause these are empties in the game version.
bruises and blood can't fix how you bow when pressure surrounds. Get out now, don't look back or back down to find out. Fix up this stuff, the complicated complicates your mind. Live, love, push us to fit in your design. Don't stop.
I've been working like this through file cleanup. Yeah.
Grow up to learn how to
There's a lot of duplicate stuff right now because I created a second scene for just the design aspect.
cry.
And my goal is to get this whole scene into nothing but linked stuff from other, from the real versions and real instances. And kind of like keep, working on this until I've kind of rebuilt, until it's just the ship, but all of its external dependencies. I want to kind of sculpt it a bit and kind of change it. Because there's like a million materials and a million things.
When it takes over your mind and tries to prevent change, you gotta fight back. Take the reins and maybe erase delusions of grandeur or complicated faith. Take place so you can realize how to make your future your own, and nobody can take that from you. You matter so much, dearest.
I don't know why there's 0-1. Like some of this stuff makes no sense.
Every time that the pressure's on, and rush to risk and climb just to get beyond, but really I was trying to grow up all wrong.
Yeah, Godot doesn't like collection instances in a blend file, it seems. It's probably fine if you export it to a GLTF though, because it's going to put it all together. But directly, probably not.
I was trans, now I don't know. Lost in the sands and mountains of hope. Still home, but
I'm just trying to get the ship back. Like I haven't really touched the ship since it was in Unity. And back when I was working on this thing, I did a lot of work in Unity itself. Like once I made everything, I was kind of exporting it piece by piece, put it all together in Unity, set up all the custom, material types for all the panels and everything in Unity. And, now all of a sudden I need to kind of go through and put the ship back together and kind of give it a bit more of a detail pass. I redid a lot of this already, kind of like sculpt the windows a bit. I want to create a bolt pattern. I don't know why that's so weird, but kind of bake out some normals, some rivets, come down around here, and around the top. I don't know why oh, it's there's two on top of each other. Yeah, there we go. I was like, what is this thing doing? But looks like you have like internal faces. Yeah, there's another version of it. This is a collection instance from when I was redoing it. It's from here. This is how it's supposed to look. And I had it originally thicker, and I just kind of thinned it out a little bit. Play around with it a bit more. And see kind of like where I go with it. So I'm not sure how I want to do that, like how I want to bake things out and unwrap this thing, but I have to, I want to give it a bit more detail. It'd look a lot cooler on the outside if we start having some kind of like normals kind of all baked. Lots of little edging and kind of little gaps and stuff like that between the panels, and kind of bring out paneling, bring out rivets, and kind of some patches. But I'm just trying to get everything kind of back to where I was with it. Like this land, a lot of this stuff was only meant to be temporary. Like I was gonna build a structure for like, extending to like land on to absorb some of the force. But anyway, yeah, this is the process. Anyway, a lot of stuff I've kind of cleaned up. Don't make the mistake of over detailing. I don't plan to. I don't have time. Like if we only have, I literally only have this month to create something, right? A trailer, if something, and the only thing I really want, so this is my my tentative, and I might not make the, might not happen because I realize I was missing a few things, but so this is the spiel. We have black space, Unforgiven space kind of logo. appears in the middle. Ship flies in, kind of breaking the the logo in like a fake 3D thing. It was like some type of rock intro music thing. Ship's headed towards an asteroid ring, so the asteroid ring doesn't have to be extremely detailed, just multi-mission instances. And I want to have that ship kind of breaking apart some rocks. So just some of the standard asteroid scene with the rocks splitting apart, with a lot of the multi-meshes in the background. A pirate kind of jumps in, so just a different variation to the same ship. Kind of like engages in the miner and blowing them up. So you have like the two different weapon types. So you see the beam weapons for the miner, cracking the rock up. You see the regular blasters from the pirate. Distress beacon is alarm, so it kind of zooms out of that asteroid field, showing the comm array kind of blinking. Right, the pirate kills the miner and grabs the big kind of loose crate of the cargo with their tractor beam and kind of throws it on their ship. Security arrives, blows up the pirate, and then it kind of cuts to a landing location. So there's like a landing location. Two people are loading up a manifest with the tractor beam, so they're different types of commodities. With one of the NPCs kind of like looking at their kind of data pad, and they kind of take off and they jump. They arrive at the truck stop, so it shows them kind of coming in, landing on a pad, unloading the cargo and putting it in the back. So they're selling it, right? They once it's unloaded, they take the ship into the hangar. They actually spawn and swap out all the weapons, so they're kind of like swapping out the weapons, showing the systems of upgrades and like how the ship is configured. And then then they leave the hangar and head up to the bar, grab a drink, head to their own habitation room, which shows how you can swap out things in the habitation room. And then they kind of like jump in the bed, and it kind of zooms out from the truck stop into like nothingness. And that's like my ideal visual trailer highlighting all the different features of the current game. Maybe more than what we even have, but just not unrealistically crazy. Can I do it all in a month? I don't know. I have all of this stuff. I just don't have all of this stuff collectively, like together. So I think my goal is to try to meet the target. If I don't meet the target, figure out how long it takes me to meet the target after we fail to meet the target. But really, like, if we can condense, a lot of this into a minute of content, and I can piecemeal it all together, like coming into like the cut of the ship coming into the hangar and landing, and getting out and kind of swapping out components. Like that's a totally separate, scene, right? So I can kind of break it all down into small scenes, and then anything if it doesn't, if I don't get any mining stuff or anything, and it's just buying and selling cargo, then that's what it ends up being. Like, try to aim for 5 minutes of content to deliver 1 minute of content. But if I don't get the male and female rigs working, because they're still like they're not really importing from Unity well. And I have to bring them in the blender. I have to bring the rigs in the blender, redo the rigs, T-pose them correctly and bring them back into Godot in a pure T-pose. A poses just suck. I really wish I could figure out, because in the new options for Godot 4.3, there's like a reference pose. It doesn't work. I haven't been able to get it to work for Mixamo based animation so far anyway, for a Mixamo character. Or an external character being retargeted to use a Mixamo animation. The Mixamo characters themselves seem to be perfectly T-posed, so they work fine. Bone remapping works. Bone retargeting doesn't seem to work because fixed silhouette, like the fixed silhouette, is supposed to A pose to T pose, and it does weird things with the model. It, like, you know, and I wish I just knew mechanically, and maybe you might know, like when you go into the source code and you do fixed silhouette, I'd like to know what it does under the hood. Like, I wish there's a default. I wish I had a default T pose in Blender, you know, that I knew that Godot was retarding towards. Like, my perfect use scenario would be if I had an add-on for Blender that renames my armature to match Godot's remapper's armature. So then I don't need to ever worry, you know, I know that my armature always matches 1-to-1. And alternatively, if I could figure out what Godot considers like the perfect, or even what Mixamo, given that all these animations were really targeted for Mixamo rigs, like what the perfect Mixamo T pose is, that I could, like, you know, and that's the other thing I don't really know how to do, Mungalo, as well, is like, if I do have a pose, I've never used pose libraries. Like, I can apply a pose, but I don't know how to make that pose become default. I have no, like, retargeting a rig that has a whole bunch of blend shapes on it. Like, it seems to be a nightmare. Like, I have been able to find a way to transfer, especially if there's like blend shapes for the character itself, like chest and, you know, like just kind of like default, like, and I don't really know. Like, I might look into like some of the make human. I might actually grab a make human model and see how well the make human model works in Godot, and if the make human model can be like, you know, works fine in Godot, and, you know, I can kind of import and retarget Mixamo animations to it. I could probably take the make human model, throw it in my blend file, bring in my own assets, match the armature myself, like just make sure everything is, you know, matching the pose, and you know, just kind of create a default animation pose, you know, for like for T pose, and like just kind of like export it and see if it all works. I don't know. I need to spend time working on it, so that's going to be like now. That's where I am right now. Most of the other stuff's working in the project, and, you know, like, I can now create gameplay loops and, you know, like expand upon the multiplayer, but I need to be able to get the players and NPCs looking not like gray box models. And it's annoying because it was so easy to do in Unity. It was so like Unity's mechanism system is just like, you know, boom, 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 retarget, everything's fine. And, you know, I was able to kind of like get through it pretty straightforward, but I don't know, it's not necessarily lame anymore. So this needs to be in components. Ship components. And I'll replace these with their collections, because I actually think these are, yeah, they're totally not the final version. Gas. Fuel tank. So many random meshes, man. Yeah, this should be a collection. And it is. Yeah, because there's a door there. Mhm. What happened to the latch pattern that we used to have here? Seven point five. 8.5. Not gonna lie, it looks awesome. Hey, thanks, Mr. Hint. Yeah, it needs a bit of work, but you know, it'll keep getting work until we get there. Just the context is what ship looks like in game in the final project right now. But I want to make changes to the body structure, so I need to kind of rebuild it in Blender. Okay, so this is the ship in the game. We have all of our components. Yellow or black? Black. What's the what's the sad face for yeah, so this is kind of what ship looks like. You know, you buy your cargo, you throw it in there, you have our grav plates, and you just make money in the game, you know? Yeah, because I don't think the bar would need much more work. We'd have to redo the bar. Like the bar itself. The ceiling in here needs to be finished. We need actual bar lights. Oh, that means we need an actual brand. Yeah, now it's even more awesome. Thanks. Yeah, this is the game. It's Unforgiven Space. If you're familiar with SC at all. Oh yeah, gotcha. Here, let me show you the game in multiplayer in its terrible form, fully working. I'm currently breaking everything, so it's not helping, but all that matters is things work. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. Right, so we have the buggy. This is like the test project, where I just have all gray box. Everything in the test project is gray box. So this is not the this has all the code, you know, and not the final art. But you know, things work. TM. Let me close out. This might run really slow. We'll see. Yeah, let's enable this. Close out the FPS project testing. Yeah, exactly. And close out. I did already have it running. Cancel, reload, cancel. Okay. Yeah, the biggest thing is just everything works. That's all that really needs to matter right now. Things work, we can play the game together, you know. Working on some of the habitation stuff. Reload, actually. There we go. Oop. So let's use Mr. Hint as an example here. So I'm going to log into the game, and I'm going to go to multiplayer. I'm going to host a session as a server. So here I am running around as a server player right now. There's 100 NPCs being synchronized for network testing purposes. We're going to go to multiplayer, and we're going to join in as a Revere, but I'm going to rename myself to Mr. And use 1T. We'll pick a color. Let's do like a cyan. All right, so Mr. is in. There's Mr. And give it a second for all the NPCs to kind of kick in here. They're all being kind of laggy for a second. Although that said, I haven't actually tested the. Yeah, none of the the NPCs start. Yeah, they're all good now. All right, so yep. So here we are. There's Mr. Hint. Mr. Hint is playing the game. Right, there's Vector Beam. All the IK stuff's working. Projectiles are working. I have my little data pad where I can actually interact with and see my missions, all that stuff, and it's all working. Let's go and spawn in Mr. Hint's ship. So there's Mr. Hint's ship. I'm gonna go and actually take a look here so you can kind of see from the server perspective kind of what's happening here. So everything's all working. I have a ship. I can kind of like give it a little push. It's all working. Like you can see me interacting with the seats. You can see all the seat animations. Everything's now online and working. I'm sitting in the seat. All the weapon systems are working. If I come back in behind, you can see all the weapons are good. We can take off, and then we're gone. We can warp, right? And it's all happening in one universe. Alright, so I have thrust limiting and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go join in. Might as well go join Mr. Hint here on the adventure. Yeah, and this is really not. This is just very primitive. Oh! It just flew by him. Anyway, I'm gonna go to land. Let's go land on the surface. And I'll go meet that player down here. Alright, so that player, you should see them. There they are. These are really tiny planetoids. Very, 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 very tiny. Oh. So here we are together on a planet. It really reminds me of Star Citizen. Yeah, it's meant to be a like a Star Citizen light experience, focusing mostly on just gameplay. Right? In Unforgiven space, you're buying cargo, selling it, trying not to be pirated. It is very much like a Sea of Thieves in space. Taking that 2012, making it more like Freelancer. Like just having a universe that's easier to kind of scale, that we can just kind of just buy and sell cargo, do some trading, do some mining, and all this stuff, but not without like just lighter. Like nobody needs like we don't need 150 ships. You know what I mean? We just need 7 ships. We just need a mining ship. We just need a salvage ship. We need a multi-crew ship. If we don't need a lot of complexity in the game, we just need to be able to play the game together. So the game plays in a world similar to Cowboy Bebop. So think more like Space Western Cowboy Bebop, like Firefly, Cowboy Bebop. There's no There's no military in Unforgiven Space. It's space truckers, kind of like biker gangs, right? It's late 70s, mid 80s kind of era, where we have a lot of like retrofuturism, and corporations control everything, right? It's all corporate control, so it's corporate security versus corporate security. Lots of cocaine, Fixus says, yeah. Right, space drugs. I really want to get into smuggling, silent running, smuggling. Really fun, kind of like hacking gameplay. If you're familiar with like Ed from like Cowboy Bebop, like that type of thing, being able to kind of like hack into, ships and data pads, and like low tech but kind of high tech. Like that's kind of the deal, right? That's not Unforgiven Space. Very hard sell this early, but it's fully funded on Patreon. $5 gives you access to the builds. My process is very raw, more like I just do builds and I push them, and that's pretty much how it goes. Like I just like every Sunday, if we have enough data, I just push it, push it, that type of thing. Unless you're a new playing Robert Pepsi, right? And that's the idea, right? Like here's like a million asteroids. Just make the technology, and and keep pushing it, and hope that we like eventually we have no other choice but to have the game working. Yeah, and it's fully transparent. Like you guys get to see me stream and make everything, right, from not just the tech side of it, but everything else too. I can show you the I'll go back into the main project again and kind of show you some of the there's a lot of stuff working. There's a lot of like how I want to do prisons, how I want to do right, medical gameplay, like everything kind of makes sense, and isn't too crazy in scope. I don't have a PC and I'm broke. Hey, it's all good. Just being part of the project, is totally fine. So like, let me show you some of the empty testing stuff. Like this was this testing that we were in earlier. I want to show what you can do with your own little habitation module. So on the truck stops, there's a bunch of these habitation modules that are attached, that you can kind of like rent for yourself. But I will subscribe. It's all good. Don't. Every one viewer, every one person, everyone who like helps spread the word, offers their suggestions, their opinions, kind of. So let me kind of show you like some of the stuff we can do like for customization. So I'm going to buy, one of every component here. If you like The Sims, this is a very Sims-esque kind of, gameplay system. Like I can just buy, right, here's a light, a big light, and I can bring it into my hab, and you can just socket it into place, and you can kind of customize everything. You can bring it, you can kind of make your own little apartment be, whatever you want it to be. So we're just going to kind of get the bar working. Right, so like you can just kind of like, this is how the ship works, right? Everything is modular. You can swap out literally everything, right? So you can buy components, bring them wherever you got to go, kind of like decorate and kind of customize everything, and and have your own like kind of home away from home. So that way there's something you can kind of, just small advancement, you can do. Little social things that you can kind of like, work towards and grind at. Right, so I'm just kind of, making my own little place. Right, so that's like how, yeah, so I think we will do the cloth deck. I'll try to get cloth sim working for whoever pretty much like when we enter this area, we'll like register that player, so that the collision layers and stuff work, and it could look cool. I do the detail, the pillows and stuff like that. I want to kind of like clean this up and make it look cool. Maybe put something on the TV. I don't know if... oh no, that's actually working. It's just really glossy. And of course, you know, the ship is fully... oh, yeah, there's something... I think I broke something on the collision layers. Not sure what I did with it. I think the ramp is messed up. And those, yeah, like everything, I'm literally breaking everything now. Yeah, I think when the back ramp is open, the ship is colliding against itself. You can't see it, but my jaw dropped. Well, you know, this is the game. And you're actually here, it's kind of cool, you know? Like, just having your own home away from home, like, in a very, like, Spaceballs kind of, you know, Cowboy Bebop fashion. I think it's cool. I think players would really like this. You know, I've been a Star Citizen backer for a very long time. Yeah, there's the medical module. Like, there's literally like 40 rooms here, each with their own interior. And as far as like ship targeting goes, you know, we have missile systems. Ships are like fly-by-wire. Like drop a missile, blow the ship up a bit. There we go, boom. The shield, oh yeah, I gotta get, oh, that means we gotta get the shield working. There's a bug with the shield right now. Systemically, the shield system works totally fine. But there's a visual that needs to be, breaking things is progress, yeah. Right, they're meant to turn into salvage pieces. But yeah, we gotta get the prison module working. I think I have the... Or is it prison testing? Yeah, because you actually like repair components and stuff. That's the whole prison gameplay loop. Yeah, I think it is called prison testing. So like imagine you're a bad guy and you did something wrong and you got put in jail and now you have all these turrets kind of like automatically telling you prisoner 857, please head the processing. And this is all meant to be a mirror of itself. Obviously on each section it's just empty. You know, there's going to be a prison yard, so there'll be like vending machines going around and you know, being able to see the guard station a bit clearly. And obviously we don't trust players, but elevators. So we have this ramp system, and there's the factory line, and the gameplay loop. If you're a bad guy and you get put in jail, it's kind of like a welding gameplay loop. So we have like a ship, you know, ship components that are being worked on. There'll be like sparks and all kinds of cool stuff. And then the mini game itself is you have these like components that spawn in, and you're kind of like tack welding them to kind of like, you know, build up your merits to get out of jail. But if there's a high crime and, you know, in the area that the station is at, you know, then, you know, the production, like the ship output production is actually going to be these components, the ones you're working on. So, you know, the idea, I'm just gonna clip out the wall here, is that, you know, like all of the modules, like, you know, because we have a prison module and it's attached to the station, right, it has an output and a supply and a demand. So it's like, you know, you can go to the station, like the full station, like with all the modules attached, and, you know, sell it all kinds of, you know, like it'll be metals, argon gas, you know what I mean? And right, it's like there's a whole economy to everything in my game, right? Like everything is economically based. It's kind of how it's designed. It's supposed to be an agriculture station or module, but I don't know if I imported it. Yeah, I don't think the agricultural module. got imported. And we have different worlds, so like, let's just go save this. So we have like different planets. So here's a, you know, what will be like a Camino style water world, right? And like ignore, like the size is hard to showcase right now, but like these are 32-meter landing pads on like a mining platform. And there's like a hydrogen production facility. Every one of these are floors, so these will be like a floor that needs to be like fleshed out, like a modular floor design. You know, the idea is that like every place has, you know, certain aspects of it that are very unique when you go and you land there and you go buy cargo and sell it, and you know. So I'm aiming to have like a water planet online and a sand planet, a glacial planet, and a gas giant. Right, so those are my primitive 4 base planets that I want to kind of get online first. Just economically, it'd be kind of cool, you know, and you know, play around with stuff. And oh, not this. That's not it. Where's the speeder bike? All right, so like here's like an old speeder bike. Right, so everything is all you know, like fully articulated. Right, and like this is very primitive, you know, like it's just made out of literal splines, but the idea is to figure out the dimensions, like, you know, like where does the battery go, where does the engine go, where does the intake go, how does it function? Because ideally you can kind of run around, you can take the buggy, or you can jump on a, you know, there's many ways of kind of traveling, but I need to work more on planet tech. Yeah, I feel like planet tech stuff is gonna take me a bit wild. I still have a lot of issues with it, but you know, it's a work in progress. As long as I'm continuing, yeah, like as long as I'm continuing to push, you know what I mean, like updates and people are able to like go in and play the game. That's all that really matters to me. Just get things playable. If I can reach a vertical slice level where we can just play the game together, you know what I mean? Then you know, like the universe will flesh out around the player. Wonder why the ray tracing makes the reflections really bad. Because I'm not seeing any of the reflections, even though we're on Eevee. Yeah, because we should be seeing the. Yeah, it should look better with ray tracing, but for some reason, the metals don't. Or maybe they're not actually taking the. What's your EXR? I just have like here, like just this kind of, you know, like random foresty one, but it's not like, I don't know, maybe just it's the this one I've always used for some reason with the Eevee ray tracing mode. Yeah, and it does have surroundings, just doesn't I don't think it takes into account the world around you. I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway. Yeah, and we'll revisit some of this stuff for more final later. Like this will be a nice one to actually do a full pass on. And actually like, you know, like create the actual metal frame, not just placeholder. It's not a complicated bike. I would actually like give this a lot more design. Is scene world turned off? I don't know. How do I check that? I don't know. I mean, I turned them on, didn't do anything. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, but yeah, if I turn off ray tracing, it looks like it normally does. But it's weird that with ray tracing, we don't actually get the EXR. But yeah, no, I'm not saying anything, Mungalo. But it looks so bad without it. Anyway, I can always just turn it off. Like when you turn it off, you're kind of getting the background influence. You're just not getting the cool looking ray tracing. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and work on transport a little bit more. I figured it was worth showcasing it for Mister. And if you're interested, check out the if someone could post. Fennec, are you on YouTube as well? I gotta make a YouTube bot in properties of World tab for the. I'm not sure. I can go back. Where is that to? Where's the under the camera? Oh, okay, yeah, I want to post the Discord link. But it is it's just unforgivenspace.com. I just need that reposted. Unforgivenspace.com/Discord. The tab like a globe. Okay, so here, globe, globe, globe. This. Surface is background. What would I change it to? Should we go to shading? See the background thing? It's just gray. How do I change it? Don't touch the nodes. Okay, I'm not touching the nodes. Just click color. Yep. Oh, the dot. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I got you. And use sky texture, maybe? Pick ENV environment texture. Okay. I don't viewer node. I don't really have a specific one. I'm just using the ones that are built in. Open the Blender folder, like Blender's own location. Data file, studio lights, world. Enforced, I guess, is the one that we were using. Okay. So ray tracing is on now. Weirdly enough, though, now that I do have the forest there, but I'm still not getting the reflections with ray tracing enabled. It's like I know, like it's obviously working because we're seeing it. Weird. Yeah, not a big deal. Might now sample the backdrop. Yeah. Won't worry too much about it. Yeah, so these tools are totally wrong. Hey, how's it going, Big Boy Games? Welcome, welcome. Big Boy Raid, I'll give you a shout out. I was actually just doing some Blender stuff. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. We're for the Godot showcase that's coming up for November the 1st. I'm kind of getting a vertical slice, a visual slice, I guess we could more so call it, of the game kind of working. So nothing here is kind of final. It's just more. A lot of this stuff was originally put together in Unity. And then once I had it all kind of like, you know, all these individual pieces kind of exported or all kind of individually put together as their own little prefabs. And I haven't really, you know, since porting things over to Godot, kind of went and kind of brought the ship back together from all of its kind of like final collections. That's kind of what we're working on, just, you know, kind of going through and kind of cleaning up a lot of the form and, you know, kind of making it look good. Attempting to make it look good. So slow and steady. Yeah, I think I'm gonna create like a ridge in the middle to give the thrusters more support. Not necessarily aerodynamic, but yeah, we can kind of beef it up down here instead. And create like a bevel. Oh yeah, I get an idea. What were you working on in Blender? Hey, been at work. I hope you're doing well. How goes the game? How's it going, Scarred Citizens? Roy, missed your message. Going good. I didn't add too much this week with work. The idea now, what I'm trying to do is go back into Blender, rebuild the ship from all of its individual prefab assets, so we can kind of walk around. I want to kind of like take it out of Godot and kind of figure out what changes we need to make to it. You know, like bring in all the components, you know, where they're actually like assembled and kind of, you know. I didn't really have anything to do with my game, but I was just working on an Employee of the Month plaque for a friend. Oh, that's awesome. So that's what I've been working on. I've kind of like made the ship a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, just so we have a little bit more room, because it was kind of not quite fitting, like the airlocks on the inside where they attach. I want to kind of be able to make it so that, like, you know, the full airlock right from the tips is square and like not a really weird shape. I want to be able to kind of, you know, like, I want to build in the custom pieces that kind of like join it to the exterior shell, but I want to make sure everything on the interior itself is, you know, like not clipping and kind of fits within the each internal metrics. And then on the regular side of things, I added, let me close out this. I've been going through and just kind of redoing the FPS stuff. Yeah, it's trying to polish. Clean up and polish, pretty much. I'm gonna wait for that ship to come in. Alright, let me so that way I get the second bag. Yeah, Scar, this is kind of what I've been working on. I added a thrust limiter system to it. So when you're taking off, all of your thruster output can be throttled. So if I bring it down to 10%, see how slow the movement is. Even the roll is very slow. The ship feels like 7,000 pounds, but, you know, just so you can do that kind of fine tune, you know, rolls when you're kind of coming into land. Now obviously once we max it out, then we're back to normal. You know, so just so things are not so like jerky on the up and down thrust. So if I kind of bring the thrust limiter down, you're just barely able to fight the gravity. Just gives me a little bit more smooth control. Yeah, it's much nicer. Anyway, it is almost midnight, so I'm going to get ready and raid someone else, and we'll clean this up a bit more tomorrow. I want to actually make put in the landing, like the correct landing skids, and make sure the landing skids are actually kind of balanced. So the ones in the back are supposed to come down a lot further. So I want to actually like make them kind of extend and have a bit more, like, you know, to them. So yeah, that's all that's pretty much happening right now. cleanup, asset cleanup, and the big focus has really been in the second project. That I kind of isolating all my FPS stuff. So this project has my main weapons, like my actual ones that I created myself. Like so they're real, you know, multi-tool. And what I'm doing is kind of going through, making sure all the settings and everything are all working, and kind of focusing on just the FPS mechanics, like getting the like item snapping and everything all nice and you know, working. Just rewriting all the FPS stuff. So cargo grids, making sure like I want to actually redo the cargo grid system to use a voxel based system, so we can't do like this, obviously. So when it makes a recommendation, it only takes the you know, like the bottom empty layer into consideration, and then we kind of snap it into place. And then as it's kind of going through, these will be red, you know, unless there's actually one like underneath it. But the whole cargo system is a little bit more stable. So getting this cleaned up is important, because right now cargo can be saved and loaded to the ship, and you know, it's great. We can do the delivery missions, but I want to be able to make sure when we're loading up cargo and whatnot that they're actually like stacking correctly, and the system works well. So this project will allow me to test out the different FPS mechanics on their own. I want to get jump working a bit better. And I want to get crouch added, because we don't have crouch yet, and crouch is super important for stealth gameplay. So this is my little playground for this week, where we're going to be kind of just getting, you know, getting the crouch animations in, fixing up a lot of the IK. My main rifle is in, like my actual rifle. And one thing that's not working, the free look needs I need to get the free look stuff in, but I want to get ADS stuff working. I want to get, like, you know, from the hip, you know, right click ADS, you know, make things a little bit more polished. That's my goal right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go get ready and ready. So if you guys are interested in checking out the project, you guys can always follow the Patreon. You don't need to become a Patreon member, but follow it, and you know, there's updates all the time. Jump on our Discord and go find someone to raid. We'll say goodbye here in YouTube land, and for those on YouTube, it's monolithic. Unforgivenspace.com/Discord.